Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. So I am Meher and Maheen already gave my introduction. Thank you so much for having me here. And today we are celebrating the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. So when we talk about violence against women or women rights, then we aren't talking about women specifically. We are talking about human rights, and we are talking about how to defend human rights. So talking about Pakistan, even though the laws and we have strict laws and we are spreading awareness like through these sessions, however, domestic violence is prevalent in Pakistan to an extent and to an alarming rate that it is difficult for women to defend themselves and even to talk about it. Because जो stigmas attached है इसके साथ, it is truly difficult for women. So when we talk about statistics, it shows that 70% of women in Pakistan face violence, and it is like 1 in 3 women. 1 in 3 women in Pakistan report facing domestic violence, and these are the reported cases. We aren't talking about the unreported cases. So that means the statistics might give us a totally different picture. And secondly, why women don't report these cases, it is because we have stigmas attached to it. It is called like bringing dishonor to the family, that why women are talking about it. They are shedding their family issues outside, and they are throwing their family's issues outside, and it's a kind of bringing dishonor to the family. However, the irony is when a husband or the parents, the brothers, when they kill their daughters, when they kill their wife, when they kill their sisters, that is not kind of considered as dishonor. That's not considered as bringing dishonor to the family. So this is the biggest irony we have in the society, which I don't know, and we can have a discussion about it, कि कैसे इसको tackle किया जा सकता है, कैसे इसको, how to handle this situation. However, the situation is alarming. And I belong to Hunza. I would like to shed some light over the situation there. Hunza ke bare mein ye kaha jata hai ki we have 100% literacy rate there, and we have women leading every field of life there. Yes, it is true. It is true to an extent कि हमारे वहाँ पे एजुकेशन पे बहुत ज़्यादा जोर दिया जाता है कि औरतें एजुकेशन हासिल करें, and women should be in every field of life. And this has taken us time as well, कि how women have crossed these barriers and how they have tackled these barriers. However, इसके पीछे जो है ना एक और भी, there is a dark side of it as well that we don't talk about it. I myself belong to a broken family, and it's also another stigma that people, when they will hear that why she's talking about her mother's divorce or why she's talking about her sister facing violence. But yes, in order to give example, I would like to talk about my personal life as well, that I belong to a broken family. I was 2 when my father divorced my mother, and I cannot tell you how emotionally I was in trauma when I was growing up, and how much I missed the absence of my mother in my life when I was growing up, and how it has impacted our whole, the 2 sisters, and to an extent that she faced domestic violence as well. I was not so much aware of the facts, how the system works in Pakistan back in those days, but I tried my best कि मैं council में जाऊँ, the arbitration board, arbitration bodies in the region there in Hunza. I involved the police, I involved everybody. However, again, because of the society pressure, the social pressure, the stigmas and everything together, my sister chose to stay with her husband. And today they are, to some extent, those steps worked and they are living a normal life right now. And the thing is, and why I would like to highlight that when I was knocking the doors of these institutions, basically, at that time ऐसा नहीं था कि लोग they would welcome us, they would say कि yeah, you are doing a good job, we will be with you, you know, these are all written on the papers. On the ground nothing happens like this कि हाँ ठीक है, ये जो ना एक domestic violence का केस लेकर आई है या लेकर आया है, we will help them. However, the thing is they totally shut the door sometimes, and sometimes the women would make, you know, they would make the women sit outside, and the men inside the rooms, they would decide for her. They will warn her as well that you have to do a certain things, and you know why the first questions when a domestic violence is reported, the first question is asked, why your husband, you know, hits you, why your father hits you, why your brother hits you. It is not asked that कि कोई भी चीज, कोई भी मसले मसाइल हर फैमिली में होते हैं. So it is not asked कि you know in maslon ko, it's like not through force, not through violence, not through abuse, these problems can be solved. However, educated family में, I'm relating two things here. One is Hunza is a very educated society, and the other thing is why there is violence. You know, when you are educated, you know the tools, how to use the tools of education to handle these issues. And when you are saying that I am educated, but I will also hit my wife, I will hit my family, and we have Adiba's case there who was killed by her in-laws, and we have other honor killing cases, so many cases, those were named as suicide and stuff. So the thing is ki when we are relating two things, that means ki maybe we are not maybe we are educated, but we are not socially aware of all these issues we are facing, and maybe our education is not letting us know कि हमने कैसे इन चीजों को handle करना है. So I believe that these issues we are facing in Hunza, women should have their voices heard, and when you are solving such cases on institutional levels, then you know these cases should be solved by involving the two parties. It's not like it's sirf you know मर्द की गलती होती है. There is a chance कि औरत की भी गलती हो सकती है कि you know, I'm not talking कि अगर औरत की गलती है कि आप जाके उसको मारो, मारना is not the solution. And that's why like one of the main issues I would like to highlight is our women also normalize these violences. You know, when in our culture, when a woman is married, then my sister was getting married, and another cousin, and I would hear the elder ladies telling them कि आपका husband बाहर, you know, he can be involved with other women, or he can hit you sometimes, but आपने बर्दाश्त करना है, you know. After when they're married off, then that means the parents' responsibility is over, and when the parents' responsibility is over, then that means that it is her who will tackle her issues, and no matter how psychopath the husband is, or how you know torturous the in-laws are, it is her, and it is her in-laws that who will deal with the situation, and they kind of shut their doors for their daughter, and that is the main issue I think these days. And एक तरह से support अगर मिल जाए parents की तरफ से, and the woman is specifically when the woman is financially independent, that counts a lot. कि अगर कोई बंदी जो है ना financially she is earning for herself, main issue is many problem solving factor I think at the moment would be making a woman financially independent, because financial burden ko matlab parents na uthaye. That's why they tell the girl not to come back and be, you know, adjust karna apni life mein, obey your husband or obey your in-laws. It's like married, it's like kind of letting them go and not allowing them come back, you know. So I believe that women, we will be able to eliminate domestic violence and violence against women when women are allowed to speak and to raise their voices, when they are heard, when they are involved in decision making, and also when they are made financially independent. financial independency is the main and important factor that will that brings prosperity in the family. Actually, it makes the relation between the husband and the wife stronger, and a kind of ये होता है कि जो burden, जब financial burden share हो जाता है, then I mean कि then there is less likely कि these issues are raised and stuff. So I think I won't take much of your time, and thank you so much for allowing me to speak. And I believe in these things, and thank you, Maheen, for holding this session. Yeah.
Thank you, Meher, for sharing